Oh, that was the wrong one. There we go. Hello, everybody. Oh, it's already going to heck. Hello, everyone. First of all, congratulations, Eccentric, Herb, and Brian for first, second, and third, respectfully. And second of all, hello, Brian. Hello, Eccentric. Hello, Herb. Hello, Artificer. Hello, Ruby. How are you guys doing? Leave stream? But Herb, you just got here. I'm trying really hard to do a sad face right now. It's really difficult. I just love the idea of me going like, oh, hello, everybody. And everybody's just kind of like, you know, like in a room ready to hang out. And then Herb just sees the vampire and just goes, eh! And just like literally gets up and just like throws his cup of tea on the floor and just leaves the room. And everyone's like, ah, he always does this. We should have told Will he doesn't like vampires. It's already going to heck. Yes, it's a horror stream after all. Yeah. So, full disclaimer, everybody. Last night, or yesterday, I dedicated the day to going through stories so that I had them ready and practiced for today. And, how to say? Yeah, I was supposed to practice them and find the ones that I liked and find the ones that I didn't like, etc. And, yeah, that did not happen at all. I read 4 short stories that I didn't particularly like. Just how it was. You know, could have been the mindset, could have been the stories, could have been a whole bunch of other things. And it was just like, we're not going to do these. And it's like, oh, well, wait a second. A bunch of, like, SCPs were suggested. So I started reading them, and then I stopped reading them, and then the rest of my night was spent doing literally nothing else. Or doing anything but the reading, so. And wink. There you go. Only read about. Yes! Those are rookie numbers, Eccentric. Rookie numbers. That's not true. I've only read. Including the one I almost finished reading last night, I think I've read about 12 of them. Pillow Fight is gone. It is gone, Ruby, because I want to be able to use the footage of me reading. And I know what's going to happen if I keep those up. And I'm not willing to do that. And hello, Lucas. How are you? And thank you for the stretch. I heard that, Eccentric. I heard that there was this weird time with SCPs. Where was it? Like, the floodgates kind of opened for them? There used to be kind of more of a rigorous system in order to get your SCP story on the list, and then it just started becoming it started becoming bad. And it just, a lot of it started becoming like self-inserts and just like, you know, like SCP 4021, My Chemical Romance, and you're like, okay. I know a former SCP writer here on Twitch. Really? No, I don't know which one besides that there's some of the early ones. That's still neat, Artificer. A Tumblr invasion killed the SCP project. That's such a shame. Like, that's such a dang shame. Because, like, I remember reading like a bunch of them and enjoying them. No, sorry, I didn't read The Little Red Dot, but I remember watching like a video on it, the Exploration series. And what's SCP? Herb, do you know the game Control by any chance? Dang it. Okay. So basically, and like everyone else, correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I understand, the SCP Foundation is a series of stories that is written from the perspective of a fictional universe where a bunch of anomalies exist, and the SCP Foundation, which stands for Secure, Contain, Protect, is a a company slash faction whose purpose is to keep the world safe from these anomalies. And all of the stories are written in the perspective of as like lab reports. So like, you know, like SCP 012, classification safe. Special containment procedures. This object must be done with, like, must be held in this sort of way. Description. And then just, like, a bit of things, and, like, sometimes it has, what do you call it, like, recordings at the end of it, and special containment protocols. Oh my god, you're right. It's been a very long time since I've read SCP stuff. You're right. It's special containment procedures. Yeah, because there's a whole lot of stuff in it, right? Like one of the professors, what is it, Dr. Hart? I think is his name. And there's... Oh no, it's been so long since I dove down this rabbit hole. There's like the faction that wants to destroy them. Because I'm a nerd. Wow. Wow, Herb. The first SCP was voted on. That's not surprising to me, Artificer. That's not surprising to me whatsoever. SCP-173 was the first, I believe. Interesting. SCP-173. Well, let's take a quick peek at which one 173 is. Because you've piqued my curiosity. Let me see. SCP-173. Or the original, the sculpture. Oh wow, it's super, super short. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. This is the eye contact one, right? This is the one that you have to have whenever people clear and clean the thing. They have to have at least one person who isn't blinking, because it's basically a weeping angel. Yeah, this one's fun. Item number SCP-173. Object classification or object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. Item SCP-173 is to be kept in a locked container at all times. When personnel must enter SCP-173's container, no fewer than 3 may enter at any time, and the door is to be relocked behind them. At all times, 2 personnel must maintain direct eye contact with SCP-173 until all personnel have vacated and relocked the container. Description: Move to Site 19. I'm surprised that that's not redacted. Move to Site 19, 1993. Origin is as of yet unknown. It is constructed with cement and rebar with traces of Krylon brand spray paint. SCP-173 is animated and extremely hostile. The object cannot move unless it is within direct line, while it is within direct line of sight. Line of sight must not be broken at any time with SCP-173. Personnel assigned to entering the container are instructed to alert one another before blinking. Object is reported to attack by snapping the neck at the base of the skull or by strangulation. In the event of an attack, personnel are to observe Class 4 hazardous object containment procedures. Personnel report sounds of scraping rock originating from within the container when no one is present inside. This is considered normal, and any change to this behavior should be reported to the acting HMCL supervisor on duty. The reddish-brown substance on the floor is a combination of feces and blood. Origin of this material is unknown. The enclosure must be cleaned on a bi-weekly basis. Like, just very simple written stuff, but it's neat, right? You just start thinking like, wait, well, what is this thing? Where did it come from? What can it do? The fact that you have to maintain eye contact with it, because if you don't, it'll just kill you through reasons unknown. Like, that's a lot of the SCP stuff. Like, it's just like weird or interesting or unsettling. Some of the stuff is very much like is written with a theme in mind, like loneliness or grief or anger, etc. Or like taking a certain thought process and taking it to its extremes. Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff in the SCP stuff. So we're going to be reading some of that today, and I really hope that I do it justice, because my ADHD is still really active right now. Like, I can feel it. I know it's not going to be the best time, and I'm sorry, everyone, in advance. I will get distracted. There will be a lot of times where I'm just going to be flat out, I'll just space for a second. Like, I'll just be dead quiet for a few seconds. Like, that's just me having my ADHD problems. Not all SCP are inherently harmful. Some are kept or have beneficial uses, like the little purple blob or the little orange blob. I don't remember what his name is. SCP orange slime. What is it? SCP-99. He's a good boy. Also, SCP is a bottle of pills, but it has, isn't it? Does it have finite pills? Wasn't that the big thing, that it had finite pills? Or am I just completely off the ball? There's finite amount and they don't know how to make more. Yeah. Hold on, where is it? As of the time of writing, it contains 47 red pills. Effectively cures the subject of all diseases within 2 hours. Exact time depends on the severity and the amount of the subject's conditions. and they have not figured out a way to synthesize it. It's I believe that there's a... I might be talking out of my bum right now. Also, hello, Syrinx. But I believe there was this concept once of the cloth that wiped Jesus's face when he walked his trials with the cross. It was the idea that it had a similar situation that it could cure, but every time that it cured, the cloth became more brittle and how to say it, like brittle and weaker. And I think eventually it just got used up. I would have to look it up. Give me one second. I forgot that Kane is actually part of the SCP universe. Hold on. Is this it? This piece of cloth with the faded image, front and back of a man. Hold on. The cloth that wiped Jesus' face. No, it's called Veronica's Veil. If I'm reading this correctly. Saint Veronica's Veil, specifically. I don't remember where I read that frickin' story, though, of the concept. Artificer, I would hope that Abel would be part of it. It would be very strange if only Cain existed, because Cain without Abel is just a guy. The only reason that Cain is as significant as he is because he murdered his brother. That the mark Cain was given for protection actually made it that he couldn't die even if he wanted to. Eccentric, isn't that also the story behind the original vampire in Vampire the Masquerade? Bloodlines, I think is the correct name there. It's the idea that he's technically can't, like, when you're looking for the sarcophagus, it could potentially be Cain. No one knew who I was till I killed my brother out of salt. Oh, I see what you say. Yes, yes. And the tabletop RPG. I've never played the TTRPG specifically. Artificer, I'm only aware of the game, and I haven't played it yet, which I should. Apparently, it's very good. He was also in Lucifer and also couldn't die. Yeah, that was one of the big things about Cain. I feel like this ominous music is very unjustified. Because we're not reading anything scary right now. We're just casually talking. Hold on. We're going to pause this music for a second. Because, like, this kind of music makes me really sleepy. It's a great atmosphere, but it makes me very sleepy. Do we have any other, like, good spooky ambience that we can use? What's this? Ugh, same idea. Dang it. Hey, 4B, how's it going, my dude? Did you beat the scary, big gun lady? I had to step away shortly after you started fighting her because I had to do a bunch of things and then didn't do those things. Because I'm not a clever man. Ah, heck it, we'll keep listening to this. We'll keep listening to this. It's fine. Oh, that explains why it was making me kind of sleepy. I accidentally had it at 1.5 speed. Goodness gracious. Was it that you had to shoot her in the face, by the way, 4B? Whenever she did the drop to knees, blood spewing on the floor. You just had to be like, no. Bad. Stay down, you silly goober. Shotgun to face. Oh, that's how you did it. Nice. Somehow you accidentally planned out your entire day today for horror. Question mark. More information required. Okay, yeah. I mean, this is still sleep-inducing, but it's good atmosphere, so we'll keep it. Also, Herb, for Halloween, are you gonna make some spooky, scary tunes for us? It'll be like, you can, like, how to say it, you can make your version of spooky, scary skeletons. Also, thank you for the posture check. I'm actually sitting up pretty straight, so all is well. I spent a good portion of my day before this playing Visage, and I'm doing this while watching... I'm doing this, then watching a horror movie afterwards. Oh, wow. Like, you are in the Halloween spirit at the moment. You're just like, give me all the spooky. Meanwhile, yesterday should have been me reading stories that ended up freaking leveling my machinist in Final Fantasy XIV while trying to learn a new TTRPG because I'm an idiot. ADHD is terrible. Never have it. Don't ever have it, anybody. If you can avoid it, avoid it. Become a conduit to a demon? Yeah, you know what? It's a nice way to end your Saturday, you know? Play some horror games, listen to a guy try to read scary stuff, watch a horror movie, draw a pentagram, summon demons, you know? And then on Sunday, you could go to church and cleanse yourself of all your sins. Just be like, hey God, it's me, eccentric. I did a whoopsie yesterday. Could I get some help? And God's like, you do this every Halloween. Why? Why? One of his messengers is just sitting in the pew beside you, just arms folded, frowning, just like, you know, one day he's going to stop telling me to help you. And you're like, I don't think he will. And it's just like, okay, well, he won't, but I'm not happy about this. Drive one of the messengers of heaven to just become very annoyed with you. Literally have to have Michael assigned to me due to being a gremlin. Yeah, exactly. Just like, man, I had so many things planned for my eternal life. I was not expecting to have to babysit some little prick. But then again, if it's Saint Michael, like, Saint Michael's powerful enough that he's probably babysitting, like, probably, like, most, if not all, the population, you know? Like, is basically perpetually instant transmissioning to, like, every part of the world, just keeping an eye on people. Or at least to all the gremlins. Just like, stop it. Hey, get your hand out of that cookie jar. Thanks for making us laugh. Oh, I'm just coming up with really dumb scenarios, Ruby. This is silly. Ultra Instinct Goku versus the Archangel. I don't think Goku's gonna win. Because the Archangel Michael is just literally gonna be like... Point. You don't exist. And Goku's gonna be like... Thanos snapped out of existence. The problem with instant transmission is how little privacy there is. Right, Avatar? Also, hello, how's it going, my dude? Michael literally wrestles Satan and wins in Revelations. Oh no, but wait. Eccentric, by that logic, Goku can defeat Mr. Satan, who has Satan in the name, so therefore, Goku could beat Michael. No, Michael beats Satan too, but by how much? Like, is it a close call or is it like nothing? Feel like I missed a rainbow of connections. Summary, Avatar. Talked about SCPs. Talked about how Cain and Abel are part of the SCP universe. Eccentric then mentioned that he's dedicated the day to horror. He's played Visage. He's watching this. He's going to watch a horror movie. And then we joked about how he's going to summon some demons. And then on Sunday, he has to go to church. And the Archangel Michael is going to go like, why do I have to babysit you gremlin little pricks? And now we're arguing if Michael could beat Goku. That's essentially the chain of thought processes. Also, I'm sorry everybody else in chat for this stupidity. I'm sticking to my guns and saying that, honestly, it'd be a pretty close fight, because Goku can fight gods. Like, literal gods. So, I think Goku, by that logic, is at least as strong as an angel. But I don't know if he could beat an archangel. I feel like it would be one of those... Like, he would need specific motivation behind it. Here's my final argument to this. If the Archangel Michael appeared, and Goku just had the feeling that he wanted to beat him, I don't think he would beat him. But if Archangel Michael appeared and proclaimed he was going to destroy Earth, and, like, literally make it that Dragon Balls couldn't wish it back, then I think Goku probably has a chance. Because Goku's whole thing is that he can, you know, he has, like, the, what's the statement? Is it Shojin? Is that the term that I'm thinking of? Or Shonen? No, it's Shonen, I think, that I'm thinking of. You know, he has it that he can do the, like, if it's just for the purpose of just testing strength, he'll, like, push himself to certain extents. But if it comes to, like, protecting family and friends, that's when he will go all out and push beyond his limits. So there we go. That's my final argument there. That there is a chance. I'm not saying he will win, but there's at least a chance. Anyway. Apologies for that derailment. Unfortunately, we have one more derailment beforehand. I just learned that Lord of the Rings Return to Moria is going to be an Epic Games Store exclusive, and I'm really sad about it. Because that means I don't get to play it. Michael would send Goku to the house of for infinite losers. Is that how it is for me? Four B's on the side of Archangel Michael, just like, no. No competition. Michael will be like, man, I finally get to stretch my muscles a little bit and see what this boy's got. And then after he realizes that he can't be damaged, he's just like, you know what? Was nice to flex a little bit. Bye, Goku. But yeah, I don't like this exclusive shenanigans. I suspect what's going to happen is that the game has a timed exclusive, so it's probably going to be in like 6 months. The game's going to go show up on Steam. But I'm not willing to give Epic money because that's just a thing I've decided. That was a setback. Oh, you had to deal with this freaking bullshittery too, eh? Same with Anno's 1800. I'm like, why? How much money does Epic have that they can just go, you should go exclusively here? It was a reference to the 4 kids. Oh, that's right. You didn't go to hell. Because you weren't allowed to go to hell because it was 4 kids. Well, not enough since they fired. Really? When was this avatar? Was this recent? Hold on. Epic layoffs. Like 3 weeks ago. 830 people. 16% of jobs. Wait, what were they? Oh, Fortnite is starting to grow again. Wait, they laid them off because Fortnite is not making enough money, even though I'm pretty sure that they just have a stupid amount of money. Hold on, what sectors were these jobs lost in? Statement, and they're planning to sell Bandcamp? I didn't even know that Epic owned Bandcamp. So explains that the layoffs are a result of spending way more money than we earn, notably does not apologize to his employees for making the business decision that would have resulted in the disruption of over 800 lives, saying only that his optimism that such spending does not result in layoffs. Wait, spending would not result in layoffs was unrealistic. That is a very poorly written sentence. What the hell? Hold on, including a few months ago. Was this even written by a person? This is written very poorly. Sorry, I'm kind of intrigued right now. Or been using AI. Yeah, this one feels like it. Ugh, that's not very nicely written. Let's try another one of these links. Also, I apologize everyone for the derailment. I'm curious. I've long been optimistic that we can power through this transition without layoffs, but in retrospect, I see that this is unrealistic. Roughly 1/6 of its staff. Although the company makes many video games and also realistic, main product is Fortnite. Epic also says that it will be raising its prices for consumers. God damn it. The infinite growth continues. They don't say what sectors they're from, though. That's what I don't like. Rip. I like knowing where people's... how to say it? What sectors are being hit. Because, like, I know when Blizzard did the big layoff, like, 4 years ago, it was their, like, esports that were basically getting hit really bad, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it was esports and their community management, if I recall. I read rumors that the Fall Guys team got hit. Oh no! Isn't Fall Guys doing pretty good right now, though? Maybe it's just not doing good enough. You know? Just like, hey, they're making money, but not enough money. Thank you for reminding me that I don't suck, Ruby. Because we all know about the infinite growth. Blah, 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 blah. Frontier staff. And a quarterly turnover rate. After Odyssey was released. Quadrupled the turnover rate. After Odyssey was released. Oh no. Wait, turnover rate as in like people quit the company? Or they were laid off? They invested a lot of money into the concept of metaverse, and it didn't go anywhere. Wait, they tried to do the metaverse thing as well? People are quitting because of horrible management. Ooh. None of the founding devs. Eee. When the original ideas aren't there anymore, Fortnite itself is an attempt at a multiverse. Oh, I suppose it is. No, you're right. You're right, Avatar. I'm sorry. I was misunderstanding what you were going for there. Or maybe I misread. That's also possible. We've had that happen many times before in the past, you and I. I'm sorry. Okay. Here's my proposal to everybody. We take a tiny break, because my stomach's a little bit upset, so I just need to go take something for that. We're going to take a tiny break. I'm going to go get some water. I'm going to go get some more tea. Get that figured out. Proposal. Yes, Herb, a proposal. A plan of action, if you will. Oh, I can't handle the word tummy. Tummy frustrates me. Unless I said it, in which case then I just feel like a hypocrite. Because once upon a time I needed to get, what is it? My appendix, like, ultrasounded to make sure that, I wasn't having a potential problem with my appendix, because it's in my family, unfortunately. So they were doing, like, the ultrasound on it, and the person is, like, jamming this thing into, like, into, like, just above my hip, and it felt very uncomfortable. And they're just like, okay, relax your tummy. And I'm like, fucking call it a stomach, like, internally. I'm just like, call it a stomach. Don't talk to me like I'm a child. Relax your tummy. Relax your tummy. Like, I'm flexing even harder now because I'm getting so frustrated by her saying that. You had to get an ultrasound. God dang, eccentric. No wonder you were going to be an electrician. You were charged from birth. Okay, fine, Avatar. If she had said, relax your abdomen, I would have been happy. Would that have been more correct? I nearly set my house on fire putting a ring into a plug. Good lord. You were actually meant to be an electrician. Since the day you were born was written in the stars. But, I can't handle that, so I still don't like the term tummy. Tummy just, like, is forever soured because of that. Doctor. Because of that person. I'll say tummy for you. I'd prefer you didn't. That word annoys the hell out of me. But alright. We are going to go ahead and take a quick 5 to 10 minute break if you guys can and are able to. I hope that you get up and stretch, grab yourself something to eat, grab yourself something to drink. Make sure that you guys are taking care of yourselves. I will be back in 5 to 10 minutes, and I will see you guys very soon. I'm so used to clicking on that one. All right, I am back. All right, we are going to go ahead and get started on reading some SCPs. I don't know, and hello, Brian. Welcome back to you as well. I'm not sure how many we're going to get through. I have 4 pulled up, but we're going to go through them, including the documentation afterwards. And the documentation might actually take a little bit longer to get through than I expect. So we're going to see if we can get through 2 or 3, maybe all 4. We'll see where we're at. If you guys want to follow along, here is the first link. And we still have this. So we're gonna write current SCP 087. Put that nicely overhead. Bam. Easy peasy. Alright. Let me take one more sip. I wonder if I should try to mimic, what is it? The Explorer series. Because he actually approaches this stuff quite well. But no, we gotta be original. We gotta take our own approaches to this stuff. There we go. So without further ado, let's begin reading this story to begin with. All right. SCP-087. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-087 is located on the campus of Redacted. A doorway leading to SCP-083 is constructed of reinforced steel with an electro-release lock mechanism. It has been disguised to resemble a janitorial closet consistent with the design of the building. The lock mechanism of the doorknob will not release unless redacted volts are applied in conjunction with the counterclockwise rotation of the key. The inside of the door is lined with 6 centimeters of industrial foam padding. Due to the results of the final exploration, see document 087-4, no personnel are permitted access to SCP-087. Description: SCP-087 is an unlit platform staircase. Stairs descend on a 38-degree angle for 13 steps before reaching a semicircular platform of approximately 3 meters in diameter. Descent directions rotate 180 degrees at each platform. The design of SCP-087 limits subjects to a visibility range of approximately 1.5 flights. The light source is required. A light source is required for any subject exploring SCP-087, as there are no light fixtures or windows present. Light sources brighter than 75 watts have shown to be ineffective, as SCP-087 seems to absorb excess light. Subjects report and audio recordings confirm the distressed vocalizations from what is presumed to be a child between the ages of redacted and redacted. The source of the distress call is estimated to be located approximately 200 meters below the initial platform. However, any attempts to descend the staircase have failed to bring subjects closer to the source. The depth of descent calculated from Exploration 4, the longest exploration, is shown to be far beyond the possible structure of both the building and geological surroundings. At this time, it is unknown if SCP-087 has an endpoint. SCP-087 has undergone 4 video-recorded explorations by D-Class personnel. Each subject conducting the exploration has encountered SCP-087-1, which appears to be a face with no visible pupils, nostrils, or mouth. The nature of SCP-087-1 is entirely unclear, but it has been determined that it is not the source of the bleeding. Subjects exhibit feelings of intense paranoia and fear when faced with SCP-087-1, but it is undetermined whether said feelings are abnormal or simply natural reactions. Addendum. Over a period of 2 weeks following Exploration 4, several members of staff and students from the redacted campus report knocking at a variable rate of 1 to 2 seconds per knock coming from the interior of SCP-087. The door leading to SCP-087 has been filled with 6 centimeters of thick industrial padding. All reports of knocking have ceased. Authorized personnel may refer to the documents may refer to documents 087-1 through 087-4 with transcripts of explorations 1 to 4. There's documents 1, 2, 3, and data expunged. Document 1. Document number 087-1, Exploration 1. D8432 is a 43-year-old Caucasian male of average build and appearance, and unremarkable psychological background. D-Class designation is a result of demotion due to the mishandling of SCP redacted. D8432 is equipped with a 75-watt floodlight with battery power capable of at least 24 hours, a handheld camcorder equipped with a transmission stream, and an audio headset for communication with Dr. Redacted at control. Hello, Dorn, how are you? By the way, from this point on, we're going to be referring to the D class as just D, because I'm not reading D8432 over and over again. D steps through doorway onto initial platform. Despite the wattage, the floodlight only illuminates the first 9 steps. The second platform is not visible. D. It's fucking dark. Doctor. Is your floodlight functioning properly? D shines the light down the door. Shines the light out the door and into the academic hallway. The light reaches significantly further. Yeah, it's working. Oh, sorry, D. Yeah, it's working. I just won't light these stairs all the way down. Doctor. Thank you. Please continue. D descends for 13 steps before reaching the second platform. The platform is in the shape of a semicircle with an apparently cement surface and walls. There are no distinct markings aside from nondescript patches of dirt, dust, or wear consistent with that which would be found in a typical concrete stairway. D rotates 180 degrees to begin descending down the second flight, then pauses. Reason for stopping? You hear that? There's a fucking kid down there. Sounds like one. None of the described audio is feeding through the camera or the mic at this time. Can you please describe the sound? It's young, either female or a very young boy. It's crying and sobbing and saying, "Please, help, please." Yeah, it keeps repeating that and crying. Can you estimate the distance of your current location? Fuck. I don't know. Maybe 200 meters down? Please continue down the next flight. The subject descends another 13 steps. As he reaches the landing, the audio of the child, as described, is picked up. The child alters between sobbing and wailing and the words, "Help, please," and "down here." The level of audio is consistent with D's report of approximately 200 meters down. Can you still hear crying? Yeah. We're picking it up as well. Please continue down. Stop if you notice any changes in the audio or atmosphere. The subject descends another 3 flights of stairs before stopping. Keep going, please. D continues another 17 flights, a total of 22, before stopping. There are no visible changes in the atmosphere or in the environment, and every flight has a consistent 13 steps. I'm not getting any fucking closer to the kid. Elonovec. Stereo audio confirms that the crying noise has not increased in volume and remains approximately 200 meters below the subject. Noted. Please continue. The subject continues another 17 flights before stopping. 50 flights total. D is standing on the 51st landing, counting the initial ground level landing. D is estimated to be 200 meters below the initial platform. 34 minutes have ellipsed. 34 minutes have ellipsed. The volume of the crying has not increased. I feel uneasy. You've spent a lot of time in a dark, unknown stairwell. It's natural. Please continue. One moment, just a quick gulp. The subject hesitates before stepping down to the next stair. As the subject moves forward, the floodlights illuminate a face located approximately at the bottom of the flight, SCP 087-1. It appears to be the same size and shape as a human head, except that it is lacking a mouth, nostrils, and pupils. The face is completely motionless, but is making direct eye contact, indicating its awareness of D. Fuck! What the fuck is that? Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! What the fuck? Can you please describe what you're seeing? It's some sort of fucking person face thing and fucking looking right at me. Fuck, 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 it's looking right at me! Is it moving? No. It's just staring at me. Fuck! Fuck, it's so creepy. Please approach and further illuminate the entity. Fuck! Fuck! I don't fucking want... The face jerks forward about 50 centimeters directly towards D. Fuck! 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 Redacted. D enters a panic state and rapidly ascends SCP-087. D reaches the ground floor in 18 minutes, at which he collapses and passes out. There is no sign of SCP-087-1. Review of the footage indicates an equal number of flights and steps ascending as descending. Audio of crying and pleading remains at the same volume until the last flight, at which point it ceases. Medical reports indicate collapse was due to a rapid acceleration up the stairs, causing fatigue. End of document 1. Just reacting like a regular lad would. Just screaming. And I'll do that stretch really quick. But for the future, once we're going through these, please don't redeem those because they're very distracting. But I will do it. I could use a stretch. Literally shaking right now? I'm sorry, eccentric. I guess this is nothing compared to, or Visage is nothing compared to this, right? Alright. Never heard this story before. Clearly it's very scary. I see. Well, I'm very sorry to have to be the one to bring such terror into your life. Alright. Document 087-2. Exploration 2. D9035 is a 28-year-old African-American male of strong build. Psychological background indicates no abnormalities except an extreme hatred for women. Subject has an extensive record of data expunged. D9035 is equipped with a 100-watt floodlight with battery power capable of at least 24 hours, a handheld camcorder fit with a transmission stream, and an audio headset for communicating with Dr. Redacted at control. D035 is already equipped with a backpack containing 100 small LED lights with adhesive backs and battery lasting approximately 3 weeks. Lights turn on and off by compressing them. Again, I'm going to be calling him D, even though this is a new person at this point, just for the simplicity of myself. D shines the floodlight down the first flight of stairs. Despite the extra wattage, the light does not illuminate beyond the 9th step. You want me to go down there, Doc? Please shine your floodlight. Sorry. Please shine your flood lamp outside of SCP-087 to verify it's functioning correctly. D shines the light into the hallway. Comparison of footage from Exploration 1 confirms it is indeed brighter. Thank you. Please continue to the first landing. Doc, I know what you said and all, but I don't think I want to do that. Please continue to the first landing. Doc, look, as per our earlier conversation, please continue to the first landing. D pauses for 18 seconds, then descends 13 steps to the first landing and stops. Is that a kid? Please remove one of the adhesive lights and affix it to the wall of the landing. Doc, you hear that? Is that a kid down there? That's unconfirmed. Please affix an adhesive light to the wall and verify it functions. D hesitates, then removes one of the lights from his backpack and adhesives it to the wall. He presses on the light and it turns on. Please turn off your floodlight. D hesitates again before turning off the lamp. The LED light illuminates the landing, but it does not exceed beyond the first step either way. Thank you. You may turn your flood lamp back on. Please continue to descend. At each landing, affix an LED light to the wall and turn it on. If you notice anything unusual, please report it. D turns the floodlight back on, and descends to the next flight of stairs. As he steps onto the landing, the audio picks up the sounds of pleading and crying, consistent with that of the first exploration. Can you still hear that previously recorded audio? Yeah. She sounds about 150, maybe 200 meters down. Am I supposed to be looking for her? Look, Doc, I don't do good with kids. Please place the light and continue down until you notice anything unusual. The subject adhesives the light to the wall and turns it on, then continues to the next landing. He adhesives the third LED light onto the stair and turns it on. D continues in this manner for the next 25 flights until he stops. I don't think I'm getting any closer to the kid, Doc. How far below would you estimate the source of the sound? How far would you estimate the source of the sound to be? Same as before. 150 to 200 meters down. Thank you. Please proceed. D continues in the same fashion for the next 24 flights. At Flight 51, first's landing, he stops. Footage shows an arced gouge in the cement wall, estimated to be approximately 15 centimeters long and 10 centimeters wide. The first step down from the landing appears to be completely smashed into rubble. You see that? Yes. Can you describe what you see? Looks like something slashed at the wall. And the step over here all crumbled up and stuff. The smashed marking looks really smooth. D touches the gouge mark. Yeah, it's smooth. Feels like glass. Thank you. Please continue down. Look, Doc. I think I've gone far enough. Please continue, as per our agreement. I don't want to do this. Agreement or not. Data expunged. D steps over the destroyed step and continues down the staircase. Nothing is notable at the next landing. D adhesives an LED light to the wall and continues on the same fashion for another 38 flights. The sound of crying and pleading does not get any closer. D is on the 89th landing, and 74 minutes have elapsed from the beginning of the exploration. Subject is estimated to be about 150 meters below the initial platform. I feel like this kid is luring me down, Doc. I think it's time for me to... D stops talking and moves. D stops talking and moving as the floodlight illuminates SCP-087-1. The face is staring directly at D, again indicating awareness of the subject. Although SCP-0871 appears to be unmoving, its location is 38 flights below the initial encounter in Exploration 1, indicating it is mobile. Is there a reason that you stopped? D. Unresponsive. D's breathing grows labored. SCP-0871 remains immobile for another 13 seconds. SCP-081 blinks. D. Yelling. Incomprehensible. I am not acting that. SCP-0871 jerks forward until it is approximately 90 centimeters from D. Subject turns and flees up the stairs. Please remain calm and turn around. We need a closer look at the face. D ignores Dr. Redacted and continues rapid ascent. He continues to scream incoherently. Doctor. D9035, can you hear me? Please slow down. D9035 is unresponsive and continues rapid climbing of the stairs. His screaming diminishes into babbling. After ascending 72 flights, D9035 collapses on the 17th landing. D9035. Can you hear me? D9035 is unresponsive, and labored breathing can be heard through the audio feed. For the next 14 minutes, D is immobile. The visual feedback is black, and the audio picks up only the subject's breathing and the continuous pleading coming from below. After 14 minutes and 32 seconds of unchanged visuals and audio feedback, the sound of a rapid heartbeat not consistent with a human heartbeat and a low cracking sound is heard. 7 seconds later, D gasps and revives, continuing his descent of the staircase rapidly and wordlessly. The heartbeat and cracking cease. Nothing abnormal is detected in the visual feed. He remains unresponsive. D exits SCP-087 and sits on the floor outside of the entrance. D then enters a catatonic state from which he has not yet recovered. Is literally just a master plot to decrease the natural BMI average. Run up 80 flights of stairs in complete panic. You'll lose weight. All right. On to the next one. Okay. Document number 087-3. Exploration 3. D9884 is a 23-year-old woman of average build and appearance. Psychological background indicates a history of depression. Subject has a minimal record of using excessive force to data expunged. D9884 is equipped with a 75-watt floodlight with battery power capable of lasting 24 hours, a handheld camera filled with a transmission feed, and an audio headset for communicating with Dr. Redacted at control. D9884 is already equipped with a backpack containing 3.75 liters of water, 15 nutrition bars, and 1 thermal blanket. Oh god, this person is going to be staying here. Ugh. And again, from now on, I'm going to just be referring to them as D, even though they are a completely different person. Occasionally, I might accidentally put their numbers in there just because my brain is going to do that. Just, again, for fair warning. D stands on the ground level of SCP-087. The floor light illuminates only the first 9 steps. LED lights placed on the walls during the last expedition are not visible. And hello, Mom M, how are you? Thank you so much for the donuts. Please descend the first flight and explore the landing wall. D descends the 13 steps and stops at the landing. There is no trace of LED light at the location footage from Expedition 2, indicating it was placed. Yeah, it's just a dirty cement wall. There's like nothing here. No, wait. It's a bit sticky right here. D indicates the spot on the wall that the LED light had been located. There's a child crying down there. She's begging for help and crying. I'm good. Anxious? Why are you anxious, Mom? Is it because we're reading scary stories? Thank you. Please continue down the stairs until you notice anything unusual. D descends. Upon reaching the next floor, audio of the crying child, constant with the prior 2 expeditions, is picked up. Ooh, early happy birthday! Wait, why are you anxious for your birthday? Crap. This is why I don't read messages while I'm reading this. I've lost my place. Picked up. No LED light appears to be present on any of the landing walls. D continues with no incident until she reaches the 17th landing. Ew, there's something on the ground here and it smells really bad. It's all sticky and stuck on my shoe. Ugh, it's gross. I see, my man. I get you. Video feed confirms presence of substance occupying a space approximately 15 centimeters in diameter, or 50 centimeters in diameter. Can you describe the scent? It smells like old rusty metal and pee. Thank you. Please continue until you notice anything else. D continues to the 51st landing without incident. The 51st landing remains unchanged from the previous expedition, and similar observations are made. D is asked again to descend until anything unusual is noticed. Subject continues her descent until the 89th landing is reached. The video jerks and the subject yells. Sorry, 1 second. I need a quick gulp of tea. Ah, fuck! There's a hole in the ground and I almost fell in it. The video feed confirms the presence of a hole approximately 1 meter in diameter. The subject shines the floodlight down, revealing only darkness. Approximately 4 seconds pass, and a light of indeterminate distance down the hole flickers for approximately 2 seconds, then back out. There was a light down there. It's gone now, but it was on for a second. Did you see it? Yes. Yes. Can you estimate the depth of this hole? No way. Too deep. At least 1 kilometer. Like, way more than a kilometer. Thank you. Can you still hear the child? Uh-huh. She still sounds really far away. I don't feel like I'm getting any closer. Like every step I take, she takes one down. Please continue down until you encounter anything unusual. D continues to descend SCP-087 for approximately 1 hour, covering an additional 164 flights. She stops to rest on 253rd landing, consuming 1 nutrition bar and several gulps of water. D is at an estimated 1.1 kilometers below the initial landing, yet the sound of the child has not changed in volume. After pausing for 4 minutes, D resumes her descent, making no stop for another 126 flights, 1.5 hours later. D is on the 469th landing, an approximate 1.8 kilometers below the ground below the ground level. I'm not getting anywhere. I think it's time I went back. I think it's I mean, going down is one thing, but this is a long climb up. You have been provided with food and water and a blanket to last you 24 hours. Please continue down. No, I'm going back up. D turns towards the previous flight of stairs. I... screams. SCP-081. Sorry. SCP-081. The face is directly behind D, blocking her ascent. The face appears approximately 13 centimeters from the lens of the camera. Its eyes are fixed directly on the lens, this time looking not at the subject, but at the person viewing the camera feed. The camera feed glitches and freezes for 1 seconds, accompanied by a static-like screeching sound from the audio feed. Then it cuts to a bumpy visuals of D descending the stairs rapidly. Hey, Bug, how's it going? Oh, God. I'm going to try to do this justice. It's been following me. This whole time it's been right behind me. Oh, God, it's right behind me. It's looking, and it's just looking right at me. Doctor, redacted. Please do something. Please, oh my God, help me. Please, oh my God, help me. I know that it's following me and I need to go down here. Please help me. Oh my God, please help me. This continues in a familiar fashion until the end. D continues to scream and plead hysterically as she rapidly descends the stairs. The previously heard static-like scream seems to overlay the audio feed, beneath which can still be heard the original sound of the crying child. Approximately 14 flights down, the camera feed swings to show the area directly behind D. The face is approximately 20 centimeters from the camera lens. It is not staring at the subject, rather it is fixated on the camera lens, giving the illusion that it is making contact with those viewing the footage. It is important to note that since the sighting of SCP-0871, the sound of the girl screaming and pleading has increased in volume, indicating D is nearing the source. After an approximate 120 panicked flights of descent, with 3 visual confirmations of SCP-081-1 still in pursuit, D trips and appears to fall unconscious. Audio feed indicates strong proximity to the source of the crying. The static and screeching noises continue. The audio feed shows yet another descending flight of stairs, indicating D had not reached the base of the stairwell. 21 seconds of motionlessness passes before the face comes completely into view, its eyes contact being directly made with the viewer. Audio and video feed cut. No connection is reestablished. Document 0874. Data expunged. And that is SCP-087. We did it! We read our first SCP! Hello, Blue, how are you? And also, hello, Vitrify. Sorry I didn't see you there. Yeah, we did our first one. Oh, God. I fumbled so much. This is going to be a heck of an edit that I have to do. Dang it, Blue. Stroopwafel. No idea what's going on. Oh, we're reading scary stories today. Oh, and the music stopped. How long has the music been off for? Frick! One second, I'm ADHDing for a moment. There we go. Oh, well. Alright, I'll do a stretch. And hello, Spencer! How are you? Ugh. Because of these stories, shake my head. You don't sleep anyway. Nice try. You can't hurt me with your word. Well, glad I caught the tail end. Yeah, you caught literally the last document. Will have I ever told a lie? Yeah, many. Basically all of them. What was the word? What was that one sentence again? You lie as easily as you breathe. Alright, I think we're only going to be able to do one more, depending on how fast this one goes. And then from there... Hold on, wait, what's the next one? Ooh, that one has a lot. Okay, hold on, is this a short one? Maybe a short one. Hold on. Okay, that one's pretty short. And what about it's part 2? Okay. I think those are the 2 that we're going to do then. Okay, we can probably still do 2. But we're going to take a quick break first because, oh lord, I am hammering down so much liquids. I need to use the bathroom. So, everybody, we're going to take a quick 5 to 10 minute break if you guys can or are able to. I hope that you get up and stretch, grab yourself something to eat, grab yourself something to drink. Make sure that you guys are taking care of yourselves. You know who you are. You know who's not taking care of themselves. Go take care of yourselves. Race like a piss horse. Is that how that works? Spencer. But I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes, and I will see you guys very soon. Oh, I did it again. I did it again. And also, hello, Bells. And hello, Liar. I literally just went to go boil water and it took longer than expected. Dear goodness. The assumptions being made in this chat. I just wanted to put a little bit more water into the teapot so that I had more for later. And so I did. Is that a euphemism? Yeah, it's a euphemism for boiling water. Actually, speaking of boiling water, it works a little bit with the one that we're going to be reading next. So that's exciting. SCP 294. What if I boiled your water? Then it'd just be you turning on the kettle? So, like... The same situation, but just different person is, you know, flicking the switch that is the electric kettle. Alright, we're gonna get started on this because otherwise we're not gonna get through this. I don't know anything about this one, Eccentric. I haven't read this one. All I see is the image. So for those who would like to follow along, here you go. Alright. We begin reading. SCP-294. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Protocols. There are no standard special containment procedures on file for item SCP-294. However, only personnel of security clearance level 2 or higher are allowed to interact with it. See document SCP-294-A. SCP-294 is currently being stored on the second floor personnel break room and is monitored by 2 guards of security clearance level 3 at all times. Description. Item SCP-294 appears to be a standard coffee vending machine. The only noticeable difference being an entry touchpad with buttons correlating to an English QWERTY keyboard. Upon depositing 50 cents US currency into the coin slot, the user is prompted to enter the name of any liquid using the keypad or the touchpad. Upon doing so, a standard 12-ounce paper drinking cup is placed, and the liquid indicated is poured. Okay, I need to cover chat because you guys are distracting my poor ADHD brain right now. I will get back to you guys later once I'm done. And now I've lost my place. 97 initial test runs were performed. bracket indicating requests for water, coffee, beer, and soda. Non-consumable liquids such as sulfuric acid, wiper fluid, and motor oil, as well as substances that do not usually exist in liquid states, such as nitrogen, iron, and glass, end bracket. And each one returned a success. Tests run with solid matter such as diamonds have failed, however. As it appears, SCP-194 can only deliver substances that can exist in liquid form. It is of note that after approximately 50 uses, the machine would not respond for further requests. After a period of approximately 90 minutes, the machine seemed to have restocked itself. It is also interesting to note that I don't know how to say that word. Caustic? That many caustic liquids that would have eaten through a normal paper cup seem to have no effect on the cups distributed by the machine. Testing is ongoing. As suspected, SCP-294 is moved to the second floor personnel break room as a money-saving venture. Following incident 29401, guards were stationed at the item, and a security clearance became necessary to interact with it. Document SCP-A94A regarding incident SCP-29401. On August 21st, 2005, Agent Joseph Redacted attempted to use item SCP-294 to obtain coffee during his allotted break time at 9:30 a.m. At the request of Agent Redacted to, quote, to see what it would do, end bracket, Redacted requested a, quote, a cup of joe from, end quote, from the item. Moments after confirming the selection, Agent Joseph Redacted began to sweat profusely and complained of dizziness before collapsing. After moving the unconscious agent to the infirmary, the medical team recovered the contents of the cup dispensed by item SCP-294, a combination of blood, tissue, and other bodily fluids. Tests revealed the DNA strands of the biological material distributed by SCP-294 matched that of Agent Redacted. Agent Redacted made a complete recovery after 4 weeks of rest and intravenous hydration. X-rays and CAT scans show no further signs of injury, and Redacted has been released. Other agents were reprimanded, or both agents were reprimanded. Additional security measures of SCP-294 have been recommended. Addendum: SCP-A94 or 294-F. After reviewing documentation of SCP-294, Redacted suggested testing SCP-294's ability to retrieve specific liquids from a distance. Addendum: SCP-294-H. With the overseeing of O5 data expunged, a cup of SCP-075's secretion were used as input. The product has proven to be a requested item, and the cup was able to successfully contain the material. However, the report for incident 07507 was acknowledged 2 hours after the test. See addendum bracket SCP-075-M end bracket. The contents produced breach. The containment production breach had occurred exactly the same time this test was taking place, waking SCP-075 to an active state. It was able to secrete an amount of basic substance equal to the capacity of a coffee cup before emergency containment protocols were applied, and it was rendered passive. The liquid was not found in the post-incident investigation. I do not know who SCP. Oh, that's a whole other thing. I'm not reading all of SCP-075. Addendum. SCP. Ooh, excuse me, 1 second. Quick drink. Addendum. SCP-294-I. Research punched in request for cup of gold. The machine distributed a cup of molten gold. The researcher requested similar precious metals with the same results. Addendum. SCP-294-J. Researchers punched in from a safe distance, requesting for, quote, cup of anti-water. The machine hummed briefly, then displayed out of range on entry pad. It is theorized that SCP-294 has a limited range of collection and cannot reach into alternative universes or dimensions. Addendum. SCP-294-K. Researchers punched in the request for diamond. SCP-294 briefly hummed, then displayed out of range on entry pad. SCP-294 gives this result with all for all solid substances. As diamond is a solid crystallization form of carbon, it appears the machine cannot distribute liquid carbon, as this would not result in a diamond. When cup of carbon was subsequently punched in, the machine distributed a cup of liquid carbon. SCP-294 was immune to the damaging effects of the distributed liquid. Addendum. SCP-294-M. Testing for range of SCP-294's capability was for retrieval has been initiated. A unique compound has been formulated and composed of disclosed ratio of redacted brand bleach, redacted brand cola, met rex powder, and garam masala. I don't know what that is. The fluid was created and placed in a sealed container 25 meters away from SCP-294. When requested, the liquid was dispersed. An equal amount of the mixture was no longer present in the original container. So it's a teleportation device of some sort. To some degree, at least. Addendum. SCP-294-0-01. Researcher, redacted. Under observation of Level 4 personnel, keyed in the request, the best drink I've ever had. SCP-294 dispensed a fluid similar in the appearance of cola. The researcher indicated it is a mixed drink he recalls from a bar during his bachelor party and was convinced it was the best drink. Redacted did not know what ingredients were in the drink besides rum and cola. Further tests indicate to Aspire how SCP-294 gathers information. Addendum. SCP-2940-01-A. Under the same conditions, Agent Name, the best drink I've ever had. SCP-294 delivered a dark liquid topped with a white foam, which was later identified as Vienna Lager. The cup was printed with a colored picture of 5 men and 2 women drinking beer on the beach. Redacted was one of them. In his briefing, Agent Redacted confirmed that his favorite drink ever was a Vienna Lager he consumed on the beach with his friends. It has now been confirmed that SCP-294 has the ability to directly gather information from someone's mind in order to comply with the given conditions. Addendum. SCP-294Q-1. -01. Subject keyed the perfect drink. The machine distributed a cup containing an odorless lavender liquid. When drinking the liquid, the subject appeared to go into shock. Subject later committed suicide, leaving a note that read, quote, "I'm sorry, but at this point, everything is just one big letdown," end quote. Requesting such a drink again is highly discouraged. None of the components of the drink have yet to be identified. That's cool. I like that. That's really cool, actually. In a very strange way. Addendum. SCP-294-T-01. Subject keyed in something Cassie would like. The device was heard to hum for about 3 seconds before distributing an empty cup. Printed on the side of the cup was an image of a traditional soda fountain glass filled with something brown and topped with a white foam. Upon introduction of SCP-085, it was indicated by her that a chocolate banana milkshake was judged delicious. I do not know who this is. Okay, so SCP-085 is named Cassie. Just for everybody's awareness. And hello, Moon. Addendum. SCP-294-W. Researcher keyed in request for a cup of music. SCP-294 produced a clear, sparkling fluid that tasted vaguely alcoholic. Following ingestion, the subject reported feelings and not hearing a consistent rhythm and demonstrated the ability to move and even dance with a certain fluidity that he had not previously shown. Tests on other abstract concepts is continuing. Addendum. SCP-294-AB. During a mass security breach, Agent Redacted requested a cup of pertinent medical knowledge while taking shelter inside of the second-floor breaking room. Of the 4 agents in the room, Agent Redacted was the only one who was not injured. SCP-294 poured a cup of clear green liquid. Following the ingestion of the substance, Agent Agent Redacted began mending the other agent's wound in a manner consistent with foundation medical training. Agent Redacted no longer has the medical training that the liquid provided, and other attempts to recreate the effect have failed. The agent has speculated that this event was an emergency measure taken by the object to ensure self-preservation. Addendum. SCP-294-AC. Dr. Redacted requested My Life Story from SCP-294. SCP-294 made humming noises and shook violently for approximately 9 minutes, approximately 3 minutes before providing a highly viscous, opaque black liquid. Upon consumption, Dr. Redacted reported that he remembered everything that had ever happened to him. Following this test, Dr. Redacted returned to his office and returned 48 hours later with a 549-page autobiography. Addendum. SCP-294-AD. Researcher produced request consisting solely of the phrase, "Surprise me." Device produced an opaque cup containing normal liquid, later determined to have been heated to approximately 200 degrees Celsius. Upon receiving vibration from transport, the contents of the cup turned into steam, violently spraying boiling water in a 2-meter radius. Addendum. SCP-294-AF. Researcher produced request for Blood of Christ. SCP-294 vibrated and produced the message "Ic est rem calex seguenis mine," then produced a paper cup containing approximately 0.12 liters of red grape wine. I do not know what that is, so we're going to Google that really quickly. For this is the chalice of my blood, is what it roughly translates to. Addendum. SCP-294-AG. Researcher produced request for a cup of Smilden blood, a cup of passenger pigeon blood, and a cup of Thomas Jefferson's blood, and received 3 out of range errors. Addendum. SCP-294-AH. A D-Class personnel with an IQ of 90 and low curiosity scores was given written instructions about what to request. The D-Class personnel produced a request for blood of Canis lupus and received a cup of liquid, subsequently identified as wolf blood. The D-Class personnel next produced the request for saliva of Equus ferus cabulus and received a cup of liquid, subsequently identified as horse saliva. The D-Class personnel next produced a request for urine of... I'm just going to write the word on screen here in the video. And received a cup of subsequently identified as koala urine. The D-Class personnel next produced a request for cerebrospinal fluid of... Here's the word again on screen now. And received a cup of liquid currently undergoing analysis. It is noted that words here were extinct during the late Miocene epochs, approximately 8 million years ago. Addendum SCP-294-AI. Dr. King produced request for a cup of room temperature superconductor and received a cup of apple juice with seeds floating in it. Addendum SCP-294-AJ. Dr. Menchie produced request for a cup of D151839's leukemia and received a cup of liquid. And received a cup of fluid. The fluid was microscopically examined and found to contain leukemic blast cells, which were a genetic match to D151939. 151839. A second request for a cup of D151839's leukemia resulted in an out-of-range error. D151839 was subsequently found to be leukemia-free. However, within 15 days, the leukemia had reoccurred. Other SCP-294 experiments are currently awaiting approval. Hello, Cobalt. How are you? We just finished another SCP. I will do the stretch. I just did the hydrate. All right, we're going to do one more. I think I have the energy for one more. I like this one. I think this is cool because it's very like, we don't know what this can do. So let's try stuff. And it's like, oh, it will take things very literally. Ugh. Pardon the yawn. Ugh. Spelling is just not with... Oh, don't worry about it, bug. I can't type for crap either. I feel ya. And yeah, we're doing one more. It looks like it's a simple one, but it has 2 extra entries. Alright. So, the final one that we're doing today is... I almost forgot to change this because I am... Hello? Uh-oh. You good? You good? Okay, it is good. Wait, where the heck did it go? Why is it... What is happening? Go back to where you were, you goober. Why did you teleport there? Goodness gracious. Alright. Our final one for today is... SCP-960. Object class, safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-960 is to be contained in a small wooden box in a vault in Sector Redacted. By itself, the object is inert, and no further containment procedures are needed. Description. SCP-860 is a dark blue key of unremarkable shape. Oh, I forgot to actually... There you go. Forgot to post that. That's my bad. If you want to follow along, there it is. It seems randomly... it's at seemingly random interval times. Wait, why are we wowing? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I already apologized, Eccentric. It's at seemingly random intervals of time, a series of numbers later found to be UTM coordinates will appear on the key's blade. In the time SCP-860 has spent under containment, the number has changed 3 times, giving the coordinates for Redacted Germany, Redacted England, and Site Redacted. SCP-860 can fit in any lock that requires, or in any door lock that requires a key located in the area of the given coordinates, and will function identically to the correct key for that lock. And thank you for the lurk, by the way, Ling. SCP-860 only works on door locks, and only if they are attached to a door, and it will not work on any other type of locking device. When SCP-860 is used to unlock and open a door, the door will not lead to its usual destination. Instead, it opens into a small forest. Bite my own tongue. It opens into a small forest clearing, centered on an 8-centimeter wide path designated SCP-860-1. Every observation of this grove has been noted the presence of blue-colored fog. As soon as a person enters SCP-860-1, the door automatically closes. From inside SCP-860-1, the door appears attached to an infinite cement wall and is locked. No attempts to break the door from the outside with personnel inside SCP-160-1 have been successful. Attempts to break the door from inside SCP-8601 have resulted in redacted. See document 860-3 for more details. The trail inside SCP-860-1 usually leads to another door attached to another infinite cement wall. This second door leads to the normal destination, room of the door on which SCP-860 was used. It's okay, Bug. I can't words right now. I'm replacing zeros and sixes constantly. So I feel ya. But we're gonna get through this together, dang it. A number of other anomalous events have been reported by personnel conducting explorations of SCP-860-1. There are examples in... These are explained in greater detail. These are explained in more detail in document 860-1 through 860-4. Following the events of Exploration 4, documented or described in document 860-4, only level 4 personnel may perform tests on SCP-860. Incident 860-redacted-12 on redacted days after Expedition 4, SCP-860 was found in Redacted's office table, redacted millimeter from its containment unit. The item's containment lock had not been opened. Video surveillance from Redacted AM shows the keys suddenly materialize on top of the table. It is currently unknown how and why SCP-860 was moved. The incident had a profound effect on Dr. Redacted. Psychiatric evaluation is recommended. Addendum. Below are the transcripts of Explorations 1 through 4. Personnel level 2 or level 2 personnel and above may access documents 1 and 2. Only level 4 personnel and above may have access to 3 and 4. All right. Let's read documents 1 and 2. Below are the transcripts of Explorations 1 and 2 into SCP-860-1. Exploration 1 realized on redacted. Exploration 2 realized on redacted. Exploration 1. D3456 is a 32-year-old Caucasian man with average build. Psychological background is unremarkable. D-class designation is a result of demotion due to redacted. D3456 is equipped with an LED flashlight, a handheld cam recorder fitted with a transmission stream, and an audio headset for communication with Dr. Redacted at control. They love their redacted. Of course they do, Blue. Without the redacted, it doesn't feel as spooky. From now on, again, I'm going to be referring to the D class as D for just the purposes of my own mental sanity. D inserts SCP-860 in the door leading to an abandoned house on Redacted Street, Redacted, Germany. He turns the key and opens the door, revealing SCP-860-1. D staggers. Please proceed. D hesitates, then passes through the door. After he takes 2 steps, a loud bang is heard. D turns around quickly. The door is closed and attached to a large cement wall. D moves towards it and attempts to turn the knob. Redacted. This redacted is locked. How the hell am I supposed to? Please follow the path. D3456. The exit should be on the other side. D sighs, then turns around and walks down the trail. After walking 34 meters, D stops. Did you hear that? And no problem at all, Eccentric. Thank you so much for stopping by. And you're good. Have yourself a good night. Please have yourself a good sleep as well. And have yourself a great rest of your weekend, specifically. That's the important part. Did you hear that? No sound came through the audio feed. It sounded like a howl or something. Came from the woods. Seemed far away. A howl. Like a wolf. Not exactly. It sounded weird. Distorted. Please proceed down the trail. D starts walking again with increased speed. After 43 meters, the mist starts to thicken and acquire a deeper shade of blue. It's starting to get hard to see here. This redacted flashlight isn't... D suddenly stops and turns around. Shouting, "Redacted! Redacted! Did you hear that? Do you hear it now?" Nothing came through the audio feed. D3456. What did you hear? Same thing as before. Closer. How the... Redacted. Did you not hear that? It was... Please continue to follow the trail. D3456. No, you don't get it. It... A loud roar can be heard, coming from D's left. D screams and starts running down the trail. Every 10 seconds, the sound of steps coming from behind D can be heard, starting off distance and increasing in volume until they appear to be less than 1 meter behind D, at which point they stop. After running 68 more meters, D reaches a large cement wall with a door in it. D kicks the door open, revealing the main hallway of the abandoned house. D enters, turns around, and closes the door. 2 minutes later, he opens the door, revealing Redacted Street. D shows extra paranoia for the following weeks, claiming to hear the same howl in the distance when alone. Effects seem to fade after redacted weeks. D now behaves normally. Close analysis of the footage reveals a very low sound that can be heard the second time that D stops. I like that. Exploration 2. D5674 is a 27-year-old South Asian female with below average physical fitness. Psychological background indicates extreme xenophobia. 1 second. Subject has an extensive record of data expunged. D5674 is equipped with an LED flashlight, a handheld camcorder, fitted with a transmission stream, and an audio headset for communication with Dr. Redacted at control. From this point on, D will also, or D567 will be referred to as D. D inserts SCP-860 in the door leading to an abandoned house on Redacted Street, Redacted, Germany. She turns the key and opens the door, revealing SCP-860-1. D passes through the door. After 2 steps, you hear a loud bang. D turns. The door is closed and attached to a large cement wall. Explosives redacted. Follow the trail, D5674. The exit is on the other side. D turns around and walks down the trail. After 94 meters, D stops and turns towards the woods. Did you hear that? What? Did you see those? Yes. D is silent. What did you see? D does not respond. 12 seconds later, she resumes walking down the trail. D5674, please report what you saw. We need... It was nothing. Miss must have tricked me. D walks 10 more meters before stopping again. D5674, why did you stop? Silence. Can't you hear it? What? It calls to me. I have to. I have to go. D5674. You can't. D removes the headset and puts the camera on the ground, facing the trees. She proceeds to walk off the trail into the woods until she disappears from sight. Nothing more happens until the camera batteries run out. Addendum. The door leading to the abandoned house remains closed. Attempting to remove the key from the lock failed, as did all attempts of opening or breaking the door. 7 months after the incident, the door suddenly opened and discharged a very old Asian woman. When questioned, she affirms herself to be D. She refuses to elaborate on what happened after she left the camera on the ground, even under great pressure. Subject was found to be much calmer and more polite than before Exploration 2. And apart from talking about what occurred to her inside of SCP-860-1, followed any order issued to her without complaints. 2 weeks later, she died in her sleep of natural causes. Documentation 3 and 4. Below are the transcripts of Expedition 3 and 4 into SCP-860-1. Expedition 3 realized on, redacted. Expedition 4 realized on, redacted. Expedition 3. D2562 is a 35-year-old Caucasian male of strong build. Psychological background indicates data expunged. Subject shows a record of violent behavior under pressure and is responsible for the murder of redacted people. D2562 is equipped with an LED flashlight, a handheld camcorder fit with a transmission stream, an audio headset for communication with Dr. Blank at control, and a fire axe. We will be referring to D2562 as D from now on. D inserts SCP-860 in the door leading to the house of Mr. Blank, located on Mr. Redacted, located on Redacted Street, Redacted, England. He turns the key and opens the door, revealing SCP-8601. D hesitates, then approaches through the door. After taking 2 steps, a loud bang is heard. D turns. The door is closed and attached to a large cement wall. Now what? Please use the axe provided to destroy the door. You sure? Please do as instructed. D places the camera on the ground, facing himself and the wall, and proceeds to hit the door with the axe. He hits the door 4 times before quickly turning around. Did you hear that? No sound came through the audio feed. It was a redacted, loud roar. Sorry. Loud roar, man. How could you not? Please come down and proceed with your task. D keeps looking at the forest. D2562, please remember our agreement. If you do not follow instructions... Yeah, I know what it is. It's just... Okay, no problem. D resumes his attempts to destroy the door. After he hits the door twice, a small piece of wood breaks off. Seemingly encouraged by this, D proceeds to hit the door harder. After 9 blows, an extremely loud roar is heard. D screams and starts swinging his axe into the direction of the camera. A large redacted paw appears in front of the lens. D charges and redacted. And data expunged. The sound of data expunged can be heard for Redacted hours after that, long after the camera's batteries run out and show no signs of stopping. Dr. Redacted decides to cut the audio feed after redacted hours. Pause! Bug, there were pause! I presume the dude was probably horrifically murdered, but probably couldn't die. So he was just in a perpetual state of being murdered. Alright. Exploration 4. Redacted, from now on referred to as Subject 1, is a 41-year-old African-American male of above-average build. Psychological background shows no abnormalities. Subject volunteered for the expedition. Subject 1 is equipped with an LED flashlight, a handheld camcorder fitted with a transmission stream, and an audio headset for communication with Dr. Redacted at control. Subject 1 inserts SCP-860 into the door, leading to an empty room in sight, Redacted. He turns the key and opens the door, revealing SCP-860-1. Subject 1 proceeds through the door. After 2 steps, a loud bang is heard. The door just closed, no? Yes. Please follow the trail. The exit will be on the other side. Subject 1 proceeds to walk down the trail. The grove shows notable differences from previous explorations. The mist has acquired a slight red hue, and incomprehensible murmurs can be heard through the audio, though Subject 1 seems unaware of them. Subject walks 123 meters. Place seems different from what you described, Doc. It's given me the... Wait, what the hell? Subject stops. In front of him, the trail forks into 2 paths, one of which is made of cobblestones. Doc? Which way should I go? This is new. We have not seen this manifestation before. Well, I guess I'll... Oh! Redacted. Subject turns around. The trail disappeared. Thousands of trees have replaced it. The mist suddenly turns redacted. The mutters increase in volume. Redacted. Doc! What the... Redacted. Is going on here? What is this noise? Please calm down and proceed down the cobblestone path. I'm not a... Redacted. Guinea pig, Doc. Just because I volunteered doesn't... Oh my God! What? Redacted. Respond. What did you see? Subject 1 starts screaming and proceeds to run through the cobblestone path. The murmurs suddenly cease, and only Subject 1's screaming can be heard. He runs 143 meters before the camera is suddenly thrown to the ground. Subject 1's screaming ceases. The camera is turned towards the woods. The mists are so thick. The mist is now thick enough to block sight completely beyond 2 meters. Redacted. Do you hear me? Data expunged. Redacted. Data expunged. Oh God. There is no further response from Subject 1. 3 seconds before the camera battery runs out, a very low noise is heard. Analysis of the video shows 2 glowing yellow spheres for 1 frame in the last second of the video. And that's the end of SCP-860. We did it, everybody. We got through a bunch of SCP readings, even though at the end it was a true struggle. Ugh. But there you go. We read SCP-087. We read SCP 294, and we read SCP 860. And we read all of it. But all right. Oh, that was exhausting. It was fun. I'm very glad we got to read it because that was very fun. And again, as I mentioned at the start of the stream, I did not prep for this stream as much as I should have. So a lot of that was new to me. So I just tried. Just like, yeah. We'll just hope for the best on this one. Wait, what the heck? Erwan is actually streaming right now? Erwan's streaming on... Okay, well, we gotta go support Erwan. I'm sorry. There's literally no option here. Erwan's been basically on kick for the last while, and the fact that she's streaming at the moment means that we're going to go support her. Apologies for doing this kind of rapidly, but I am at like 5% battery power right now. That was very, very mentally exhausting. Reading out loud is exhausting. So everyone, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for tolerating my shenanigans. And me being a little bit more like, bleh. Just bleh. So we're going to raid Erwan. There you go. If you're subscribed, please use the top raid message. If you're not subscribed, please use the bottom raid message. Everybody, thank you so much for sticking around. Whether you were chatting, whether you were lurking, whether you just popped in and out for a second, know that you were super appreciated. I hope that you guys are having a great day, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever time it might happen to be for you. I hope that you guys are taking care of yourselves. I hope that you're drinking plenty of water. And when you finally do sleep, whatever time it might happen to be for you, I hope that you have a very restful sleep. We're going to go support Erwan. Ruby, I'm sorry, I just saw your redeem. I will just refund you those points after stream. So we have one more Scary Story stream that's happening next week, Saturday. I'm going to try to find some ones that I specifically like. I will try to actually put time into reading them and not just be a dipshit who's just playing Final Fantasy XIV all day. Because, ADHD brain and hyperfocus is terrible. But yes, we are going to go over to Erwan. Please go give them lots of love. I will see you guys on Tuesday for game. And I will see you guys, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye for now. Thank you again for stopping by.